crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's January 4th, 2025 edition. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's January 4th, 2025 edition. Number 1 hit, and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs December 13th to December 19th, 2024. Appétit. Rosé et Bruno Mars. Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Peelings. Kundakuri Shankar Babu and Lakshmi Dasa. Aede Kiraat. Mathubhanti Bakshi, Divya. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, December 13th to Thursday, December 19th, 2024. Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Appétit. Rosé, Bruno Mars. All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. Last Christmas Swam. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers from December 24th, 2024. Hogwarts Legacy. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Okami Hade. Ego Protocol Remastered. Steam's hottest games. Global top-selling and top-played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue list for Tuesday, December 17th, 2024 to Tuesday, December 24th, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Dota 2. Path of Exile 2. Helldivers 2. Marvel Rivals. Elden Ring. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases best practice guidance for mobile communications. CISA issues BOD 25-01, implementing secure practices for cloud services. CISA and OECD release playbook for strengthening cybersecurity in federal grant programs for critical infrastructure. CISA requests public comment for draft National Cyber Incident Response Plan update. One more drop in the AI ocean. Taiyui's Falcon 3-10B. Instruct. Falcon 3 family of open foundation models is a set of pre-trained and instruct LLMs ranging from 1B to 10B parameters. Falcon 3-10B. Instruct achieves state-of-the-art results at the time of release on reasoning, language understanding, instruction following, code, and mathematics tasks. Falcon 3-10B. Instruct supports 4 languages: English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and a context length of up to 32K. China to subsidize smartphone purchases in bid to lift spending. In the U.S., TikTok knew its live streams exploit children, Utah lawsuit claims. In TikTok ban, free speech groups, members of Congress urge Supreme Court to save app on First Amendment grounds. Trump asks Supreme Court to pause law threatening TikTok ban, as Trump urges Supreme Court to halt TikTok ban while his administration works out a negotiated resolution. U.S. adds 9th telecom to list of companies hacked by Chinese-backed Salt Typhoon cyberespionage. White House says Salt Typhoon hacks possible because telecoms lacked basic security measures. Hackers hijack a wide range of companies' Chrome extensions, experts say. U.S. proposes cybersecurity rules to limit impact of health data leaks. Google CEO Pichai tells employees to gear up for big 2025 with the stakes are high. 3 weeks ago, Google CEO Sundar Pichai says AI progress will get harder in 2025 because the low-hanging fruit is gone. TSMC begins mass production at First Japan chip plant in Kumamoto. The Art of the Algorithm, new magazine launches dedicated to artificial intelligence works. Duquan extradited to the U.S. to face charges over Terra's $40 billion crypto crash. And Duquan pleads not guilty to U.S. charges over Terra collapse. In the U.S., new law requiring businesses to report who owns them is put on hold again. As for Corporate Transparency Act, U.S. appeals court halts enforcement of anti-money laundering law. U.S. sanctions Chinese government contractor employing Flax Typhoon hackers. OpenAI failed to deliver the opt-out tool it promised by 2025. Reportedly, Texas legislature to consider sweeping AI legislation in 2025. It has been commented as, Texas should reject the European path toward AI regulation. NVIDIA to open source run. AI, the software it acquired for $700 million to help companies manage GPUs for AI. Large Hadron Collider finds first evidence of the heaviest antimatter particle yet. Scientific American comments as, "The U.S. drone panic mirrors UFO overreactions." Bezos' Blue Origin gets FAA license for its first New Glenn rocket launch. Whistleblower claims CIA covered up foreign involvement in Havana Syndrome attacks in revealing interview. Meanwhile, a Russian court has instructed Yandex to conceal images of an oil refinery following Ukrainian attacks, according to TASS. Additionally, senior officials' laptops were compromised in a U.S. Treasury hack linked to China, as Treasury Sanctions Office hacked by Chinese government, officials say, and the Financial Times reports that AI-generated phishing scams are now targeting corporate executives. Alcohol stocks drop after U.S. Surgeon General calls for cancer warnings, as even small amounts of alcohol can cause cancer, Surgeon General says. Sugary drinks significantly raise cardiovascular disease risk, but occasional sweet treats don't, scientists find. Johns Hopkins and Stanford robots learn surgery by watching videos. China's short video users drop by 300 as market peaks. Alipay adds AI image search to enhance super app role in rivalry with Tencent's WeChat. In the U.S., net neutrality rules about corporate control over internet speeds blocked by federal appeals court. U.S. sanctions Russian and Iranian entities over attempted election interference. U.S. Army soldier arrested in AT&T, Verizon extortions. U.S. considers potential rules to restrict or bar Chinese drones. If humans die out, octopuses already have the chops to build the next civilization, scientist claims. Ants prove superior to humans in group problem-solving maze experiment. Modern chimpanzees and ancient humans share similar patterns when selecting stone tools. Study confirms Egyptians drank hallucinogenic cocktails in ancient rituals. Research links a genetic risk for schizophrenia to a malformed skull. Environmental radiation exposure at Corneville has not systematically affected the genomes or chemical mutagen tolerance phenotypes of local worms. Keanu Reeves says he might be getting too old for John Wick 5. Andrea Briantes tops global beauty poll. Belle Mariano, Liza Soberano remain on list. Simone Biles is Sports Illustrated's 2024 Sportsperson of the Year. Telegram blocks Russian state-owned media channels in several EU countries. India lifts WhatsApp payment curbs. UK antitrust watchdog launches review of IBM's HashiCorp takeover. Austrian liberals quit coalition talks, throwing process into turmoil. Palestinian Authority suspends broadcast of Qatar's Al Jazeera TV temporarily. Iran tells Italy it seeks prisoner swap for jailed Italian journalist. Ukraine halts transit of Russian gas to Europe after a pre-war deal expired. Ukraine says it downed Russian helicopter with sea drone for first time. 1,700 Ukrainian troops equipped by the West flee after being trained in France, leaving the rest of their brigade to suffer heavy losses in battle with Putin's forces. Russia rejects Trump's Ukraine peace proposals. Trump to be sentenced for conviction in New York hush money case before inauguration, as appeals court upholds verdict finding Trump liable for sexually abusing Jean Carroll. Apple CEO Tim Cook donates $1 million to Trump inauguration. Republicans' trust in accuracy of U.S. elections jumps after Trump's win, APNORC poll finds. Judge pushes CFTC trial with Gemini to January 21st. FBI releases new video and evidence in D.C. pipe bomb case, still unsolved for years later. Biden awards Liz Cheney a presidential medal for challenging January 6th attack, as Biden awards the second highest civilian award to leaders of the January 6th committee and 18 others, where Biden awards Wintour, Bono, and Soros with Medal of Freedom. Trump falsely links New Orleans terror attack to migrants after erroneous Fox News report. Islamic State-inspired driver expressed desire to kill before deadly New Orleans rampage, Biden says. Cybertruck bomber Matthew Livelsberger's wife broke up with him days before explosion outside Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Claimed by sources, driver who exploded Tesla Cybertruck at Trump Hotel in Las Vegas was an active-duty Army Green Beret, source says. Soldier shot self in head before Cybertruck exploded outside Trump's Las Vegas hotel, officials say. Suspects in Vegas explosion, New Orleans attack served at same Army base, police confirm. Trump says Britain is making a very big mistake with windfall tax on North Sea oil producers. Biden administration adds exemptions into new climate rules for hydrogen energy. Donald Trump's Maganomics will damage growth, economists tell FT polls. Venezuela fines TikTok $10 million over viral challenge deaths. Massive VW data leak exposed 800,000 EV owners' movements from homes to brothels. Wall Street Journal reports that, in China, the elusive crime boss linked to billion-dollar pig butchering scams, and reportedly, the downfall of a Philippine mayor may be linked to Chinese gangs. In the U.S., 26% plan to include GLP-1 meds in 2025 goals, led by 37% of Gen Z. The world's oldest wine has been discovered with an unexpected extra ingredient, a man's ashes. Fatty acid amides present in camembert cheese improve cognitive decline after oral administration in mice. Air pollution from AI could surpass that of all the cars in California, as California is looking to mitigate air pollution linked to artificial intelligence. India cracks down on VPNs. Cloudflare's 1.1.1.1 among removed apps from Apple and Google stores. U.S. appeals court blocks Biden administration effort to restore net neutrality rules. Yellen says extraordinary measures to avoid default will start in mid-January. Tron's T3 unit has seized $100 million in illicit USDT in just 4 months. Morgan Stanley's E-Trade explores offering crypto trading. Steve Bannon joins war against Elon Musk as MAGA implodes. Musk calls MAGA element contemptible fools as virtual civil war brews. Far-right activist Laura Loomer claims she was suspended on X by Elon Musk. China claims world's first military 5G base station can connect 10,000 robots in any terrain. Reportedly, Russia's uncovered secret war plans target 160 sites in Japan and South Korea. Yoon's team claims immunity from insurrection charges, citing Trump ruling. South Korean presidential guards prevent arrest of impeached Yoon after tense standoff. 3 days ago, South Korea court approves arrest of President Yoon in martial law investigation. Getty Images explores merger with rival Shutterstock. Valve makes more money per employee than Amazon, Microsoft, and Netflix combined. Older music has been getting a second life on TikTok, data shows. Microsoft expects to spend $80 billion on AI-enabled data centers in fiscal 2025. China achieves breakthrough in medicine with world's first surgery via satellite. Beijing unveils plans to boost driverless vehicle use in capital. Childbirths in S. Korea rebound for first time in 9 years in 2024. Abu Dhabi's Mubadala overtakes Saudi Arabia's PIF as world's top wealth fund spender, as Mubadala tops sovereign wealth spending, with record $29 billion investment. World's 500 richest people surpassed $10 trillion in wealth this year. China may have stopped Putin from using nuclear weapons, Blinken says. India will discuss Chinese dams with U.S. National Security Advisor in New Delhi visit. Chilean president makes historic trip to South Pole amid Antarctica sovereignty claim. 8 months ago, in message to Russia, Chilean lawmakers meet in Antarctica to underline territorial claims. Human-made stuff now outweighs all life on Earth. Tesla's reaction to Cybertruck explosion shows EV company can remotely unlock, monitor, and spy on its EVs, as Las Vegas police credit Elon Musk with helping to investigate Cybertruck explosion outside Trump Hotel. A Waymo robotaxi and a Serve delivery robot collided in Los Angeles. As on roads teeming with robot access, crossing the street can be harrowing, and school crossing guards say they've had to dodge driverless cars to avoid being hit. Jimmy Carter's funeral attractive target for violent extremists to attack, claimed in a security assessment. Donald Trump fumes over flag flying at half-staff to honor Jimmy Carter during inauguration, as Jimmy Carter's 6-day funeral begins with a motorcade through South Georgia. Louis Farrakhan loses defamation and First Amendment lawsuit against Anti-Defamation League and others. 9 months ago, Louis Farrakhan sued Jewish leaders for $4.8 billion. Then a judge tossed the case. Neil Young shuns Glastonbury over corporate control. Rolex stolen from Keanu Reeves' L.A. home turns up in Chile. Indian drill man stops 57 electric fans in a minute with his tongue, sets Guinness World Record. Hacker who stole and sold unreleased Coldplay, Shawn Mendes song sentenced to prison. Godfather of AI Jeffrey Hinton backs Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI's for-profit shift. Sends a very bad message. Alibaba ties up with Li Kaifu's unicorn as China's AI sector consolidates. A study claims AI chatbots fail to diagnose patients by talking with them. Climate change may have killed ancient hobbit hominins. Chang's 6 samples reveal rebound in Moon's magnetic field. In Australia, being overweight overtakes tobacco smoking as the leading disease risk factor in 2024. In India, parents' consent must for children's social media accounts, as per draft data rules. Washington Post editorial cartoonist says she quit after Brass rejected her Donald Trump sketch. Citi and Bank of America say they're leaving Global Climate Banking Alliance. Deadpool and Wolverine stars Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman not expected at Golden Globes. Jason Momoa to play Lobo in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. FBI warns pro sports leagues following string of burglaries targeting athletes' homes. Singapore Airlines reveals $1.27 billion retrofit for first, business, and economy classes. Space debris weighing over 1,000 pounds reportedly crashes into village in Kenya. China's Agibot to make robot dataset open source, saying it's bigger, better than Google's. North America's Denali Fault was ripped apart by 2 clashing landmasses. Volcanic activity beneath Yellowstone's massive caldera could be on the move. AI data centers are impacting the U.S. power grid, researchers warn. China unveils prototype of world's fastest train, capable of reaching 450 kilometers per hour. China's Metal Storm weapon can fire millions of rounds per minute, as per project scientists. Fake Emirates plane crash video raises concerns of AI-generated content, and Emirates slams TikTok and Elon Musk's X for delay in removing fake AI video of plane crash. Heavy car dependency is making American lives less satisfying, study shows. MIT open sources 8,000 AI-generated EV designs to inspire the most perfect car. Waymo explains how its driverless taxis handle car thefts after incident in downtown LA. Nazi ties to Credit Suisse ran deeper than was known, hidden files reveal. Honduras threatens to expel U.S. military as Latin America gears up for Trump deportations. Come home, Ghana told the African diaspora. Now, some Black Americans take its citizenship. More than 180 David Hockney prints come to Palm Springs Art Museum. The Christo and Jean-Claude Foundation, together with The Shed, Central Park Conservancy, NYC Parks, and Bloomberg Philanthropies, celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Gates. YouTube testing a Play Something floating action button on Android. Half-Life 3 rumors ramp up after G-Man voice actor issues cryptic tweet, his first in years. Samsung and Google's new spatial audio format will take on Dolby Atmos in 2025. Hisense's new 4K laser TV delivers up to 150 inches of picture and 6.2.2 channels of Dolby Atmos sound, as Hisense unveils new flagship laser TV series. Americans spent 23% less on streaming services in 2024, study finds. RISC-V coming to framework laptops. Kodak increases film production capacity to meet commercial consumer demand. Trump climate plans include rolling back vehicle emission standards. The Hill comments says Biden is trying to weaponize the Clean Air Act on his way out of the White House. Reportedly, Vietnam's capital blanketed by toxic smog. New tests track sources of lead contamination in urban soils and assess its risks. Egypt bans entry of Syrians from anywhere in the world. Syria to resume international flights at Damascus Airport. French and German foreign ministers meet Syria's new leaders in first high-level EU visit since Assad's toppling. 9/11 plea deals can proceed after Defense Secretary moved to rescind them. Military appeals court rules. FBI seizes 150 pipe bombs from suspect who used Biden photos for target practice. Pentagon releases detainee held at Guantanamo since day one. China's high-speed rail network on track to breach 50,000 kilometers milestone in 2025. Huawei says it is training 300,000 tech students a year amid U.S. clampdown. Beijing pushes to use China-made chips in its EVs. Telegram rolls out third-party account verification, launches NFT gifts feature. Tech giants miss Malaysia social media deadline. More than half of all Google search takedowns now come from linkbusters. Greenland's PM pushes for independence from Denmark amid Trump's interest. Biden blocks $14 billion acquisition of U.S. steel by Japan's Nippon Steel and Nippon Steel Corporation and U.S. Steel condemn U.S. government's unlawful decision to block proposed acquisition of U.S. Steel. Taiwan proposes outlawing political party devoted to unification with mainland China. Apple to pay $95 million to settle Siri privacy lawsuit. Music publishers reach deal with AI giant Anthropic over copyrighted song lyrics. Meta envisages social media filled with AI-generated users, as Meta wants to drive engagement with fake users, and reportedly Meta is killing off its own AI-powered Instagram and Facebook profiles. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawlers December 27th, 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube Music Charts. Global Top Songs December 13th to December 19th, 2024. Appetit. Rosé et Bruno Mars. Die with a Smile. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Peelings. Kundakari Shankar Babu and Lakshmi Dasa. Aede Kiraat. Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, December 13th to Thursday, December 19th, 2024. Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Appetit, Rosé, Bruno Mars. All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey. Last Christmas, Wham! Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers from December 24th, 2024. Hogwarts Legacy. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Okamihade. Ego Protocol Remastered. Steam's hottest games. Global top-selling and top-played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue list for Tuesday, December 17th, 2024 to Tuesday, December 24th, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Dota 2. Path of Exile 2. Helldivers 2. Marvel Rivals. Elden Ring. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases best practice guidance for mobile communications. CISA issues BOD 25-01, implementing secure practices for cloud services. CISA and OECD release playbook for strengthening cybersecurity in federal grant programs for critical infrastructure. CISA requests public comment for draft National Cyber Incident Response Plan update. One more drop in the AI ocean. Taiyui's Falcon 3-10B. Instruct. Falcon 3 family of open foundation models is a set of pre-trained and instruct LLMs ranging from 1B to 10B parameters. Falcon 3-10B. Instruct achieves state-of-the-art results at the time of release on reasoning, language understanding, instruction following, code, and mathematics tasks. Falcon 3-10B. Instruct supports 4 languages: English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and a context length of up to 32K. Estonian Navy to protect undersea power link after main cable damaged. Finland seizes tanker linked to Russia after more undersea Baltic cables cut, and NATO to boost military presence in Baltic after cables sabotage. Azerbaijan probe finds Russian missile caused deadly crash, reports say. It has been reported that pilots died with dozens of others in Christmas Day plane crash, but they helped half of the passengers survive. Russia says Azerbaijan Airlines flight, which crashed diverted amid fog, and Ukrainian drone alert. Russia shoots down Santa Claus in propaganda video. Interim South Korean president impeached just 2 weeks after former leader ousted. Musk, Ramaswamy face MAGA uproar after saying tech firms need foreign workers. And Elon Musk endorses posts suggesting Americans are too retarded to do skilled jobs. Americans are exhausted by political news, TV ratings, and a new APNORC poll show they're tuning out. World's largest iceberg, 3 times the size of New York City, on the move for the first time in 37 years. New York to charge fossil fuel companies for damage from climate change. National Trust warns UK's most precious heritage at risk from extreme weather. Far too early to lift U.S. sanctions on Syria, lawmakers say. Israeli troops burn northern Gaza hospital after forcibly removing staff and patients, officials say. U.S. imposes sanctions on Georgian ex-prime minister, billionaire Ivanishvili. 1 week ago, Britain, U.S. sanctioned Georgian officials over crackdown on pro-EU protesters. Japan's MUFG Bank also hit by similar cyber attack as JL. Metropolitan Police Department working to determine source of attacks. French authorities charge Telegram CEO with facilitating criminal activities on platform. Most Americans blame insurance profits and denials alongside the killer in UHC CEO death, poll finds. Yarrow, Washington, D.C. removes high-ranking Somali national convicted of human rights violations. Reportedly, Elon Musk's critics stripped of verification badge after publicly challenging billionaire, with the beginning stages of censorship. Venezuela investigating Argentine officer for links to terrorism, AG says. Mexico tests cell phone app allowing migrants to send alert if they are about to be detained in U.S. Mexico worries Trump will order strikes against drug cartels, and Mexico to open shelters to house over 12,000 of its own citizens deported in Trump's illegal immigrant crackdown. MSNBC comments as there is nothing the current Democratic Party can offer Trump supporters. Chili peppers are losing their heat as the world gets warmer. Physical appearance improvements increase pro-social behavior. Internet use may boost mental health benefits in older adults. Netflix NFL Christmas Game Day reaches 65 million U.S. viewers. Infinite Loop game Exit 8 to be adapted into a live-action film in 2025. Tokyo creates a detailed 3D model out of the entire city. Bill requiring U.S. agencies to share custom source code with each other becomes law. FDA proposes rule to require standardized testing methods for detecting and identifying asbestos in talc-containing cosmetic products. Supersonic passenger planes one step closer to return after successful boom XB. One test flight nears sound barrier. More than 10,000 migrants died in 2024 trying to reach Spain by sea, aid group says. Abu Dhabi reveals golden visa scheme for superyacht owners. Reportedly, Assad regime made billions producing, exporting party drugs. Eminem provided epic opening to Saudi Arabia's massive Dolby Soundstorm music festival that is creating inroads for Saudi artists, says event chief. The Batman sequel heads to 2027, Tom Cruise and Alejandro G. Inarritu Picture sets 2026 release, Sinners and Mickey 17 switch places. Trump says Bill Gates asked to meet in apparent message to Musk. Toyota's basketball-playing humanoid sinks a record-breaking 80 feet shot. Godfather of AI says it could drive humans extinct in 10 years. Airbnb announces that anti-party defenses for New Year's Eve rolled out around the world. 1 year ago, it has been announced as Airbnb using AI to help clamp down on New Year's Eve parties globally. Brazil's jobless rate hits fresh all-time low, but job creation slows. U.S. applications for unemployment benefits hold steady, but continuing claims rise to 3-year high, and U.S. homelessness up 18% as affordable housing remains out of reach for many people. Reportedly, migrants and end of COVID restrictions fuel jump in U.S. homelessness. Cambodian opposition leader jailed after conviction for inciting disorder. OpenAI says it needs more capital than we'd imagined as it lays out for profit plan. Chinese DeepSeek V3 ultra-large open-source AI outperforms Llama and Qwen on launch. A swarms of tiny robots coordinate to achieve ant-like feats of strength. China's industrial profits extend decline to a 4th straight month, dropping 7.3% in November. UK economy showed no growth in last quarter, revised figures show. Boom in U.S. retail